Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My next guest, film critic, entertainment expert, just came from the Yankee game, where I was just told you're not allowed to drink after the fifth inning.
In the bleachers.
In the bleachers anymore. Ben Lyons.
Constantly policed at the Yankee game.
Ben, what's up? Oh,
I brought you a cup. I washed it out, by the way.
Thank you.
So
I like that.
I know you're a big Yankee fan.
It's old school. Listen, it really is. There's no fun anymore, man. There's no, I get you got to be, more polite. It's safer, blah, blah, blah. Fifth inning is the limit at the bleachers at Yankee Stadium?
8:45, they're cutting us off in the bleachers. Yeah.
Wow. What about the bars outside, like stands and stuff? I mean,
well, across the street, that's your
drunk
scene.
Anyway.
I don't do that scene over there. That's a little
I
much
used
for
to.
me. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, no energy at Yankee Stadium, and very mixed reaction, of course, still for A-Rod. And
well, what's your opinion on all this circus?
The A-Rod stuff?
Yeah.
He looks like a porcelain mannequin, doesn't he? Doesn't he look like he's made of glass?
He doesn't look real. I agree. He doesn't sound real.
Right?
Yeah.
You walk in your grandma's house and there's like a doll.
He looks like
an
an
old sad.
He looks like a painting.
He looks like a sad clown with a tear.
No, you're right.
He looks like a painting.
There's nothing genuine about this clown.
Wow. No, I know. He's a perfect guy to play in the new Yankee Stadium because it's a big corporation. It's just
it was $12 beer night, so I was excited.
Wow.
I was excited for that. It was $12 beer night. So
I know the money you drop, and you realize what he's making, and he's just striking out. That last strikeout tonight was terrible.
He had a double and drove in 2 runs.
He's hitting 265.
A couple 12-year-olds in my section cheered.
Yeah.
That was about it. Excited for Robinson Cano and the Dodgers next year because I feel like that's going to happen.
Do you think that's what it's going to be?
Why would the Yankees cut him a big fat check? There's no reason why. And Magic Johnson's pockets are deep, and why not? You need a second baseman with a name in L.A., and I think that's going to happen.
Well, listen, that makes a lot of sense. But why wouldn't they cut him a check?
Because they saw how they got burned with A-Rod. Because he's a 38-year-old man and he's in the toilet.
He's not A-Rod, though. I mean, this guy's it's a different story. There's so many differences.
You should have seen the look on the 11-year-old who came into our section and said A-roids, and she thought it was so witty and cute,
really?
and she's 11.
Well, it is witty for 11. She's stealing that material, though, from older people. No, honestly, I mean, Canoa's a guy you might build around. He's not.
But he wants an 8-year.
Would you build around him, though?
Well, I mean, look, it's always pitching you want to build around. But this is a guy who's
he's going to hit what? He's going to hit 290 and have 25 home runs when he's 36. I mean, they don't.
He doesn't really try anywhere.
But it's like
he's at the 40-40 club on a Tuesday. You don't need that.
Well, I mean, but how old is he now? What is he, 28?
I think he's maybe 30 now.
Is he 30?
And he wants an 8-year deal. So why should they do that?
Well, maybe. Well, listen, the Dodgers might win it all this year. I mean, certainly he might be the thing that puts him over the top next year with Mattingly. And you think Mattingly's going to stay in L.A.?
I think.
I think Mattingly comes to New York.
No, get out of here.
That's what I think.
He was almost going to get fired in May, and now he might be the manager of the year.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Bring him back to the Yankees, man. That's what I like.
I would like to see that.
I think he's more of an East Coast
nice
guy.
to see him here. How you doing, Artie? It's been a while. Everything good in your world?
I'm doing good.
You excited about Meta World Peace?
God. I tell you, the Knicks,
I love teeing up Artie. Just like you ask Artie a question.
No, they'll be.
Check your phone
it'll be exciting.
Will it?
I mean, for a little while, the Knicks are good at lately. The Knicks are good at these 2-week exciting stints.
How smart is the NBA to
like
put
Linsanity and then
Knicks versus Heat the night before the Super Bowl in New York?
Is that it?
Yeah. Isn't the NBA
That's
good?
beautiful.
Isn't that good?
Well, what do you think about the Heat situation? They should have lost this year. If it wasn't for Ray Allen hitting that shot, they would have.
Yeah.
Do you think Wade might be sort of over the hill? And
I mean, he averaged 22 and 5 this year. Yes, he broke down during the playoffs, but he'll be fine for another 3 years or so. The Greg Oden experiment will be interesting to see if they can get something out of that guy who should be playing here at West 4th Street, but somehow he's still in the NBA.
Well, do you think that? So do you think the Heat got another couple in them?
I think they'll go far, but I don't think they're going to win it this year. I think somebody else is going to take it. You got to think
Pacers?
The last couple of years, they won 7 games with the Pacers, 7 games with the Celtics, 7 games with the Spurs. So I think now is the time where somebody's got to knock them off, and something tells me it's not going to be Andre Bargnani and the Knicks.
I know that's the thing. Then it wouldn't be so great if it were the Knicks. Like, why can't it be the Knicks?
The Knicks could
it's aggravating.
The Knicks could have drafted Ron Artest in 1999, but instead they went with Frederick Weiss, who never played in the NBA.
So now we get him.
Now let's get him off of meniscus surgery when he's 35 years old.
Literally
so
14 years later. No, but see,
Andre Bargnani, the tallest player in the history of the NBA to average under 4 rebounds a game. So very excited for him to come to New York.
In the 90s, Jordan does them a favor and plays baseball, and instead of it being the Knicks, it's Houston. And now, if the Heat don't win it, why can't it be the Knicks?
Never going to be the Knicks. I'm here with my buddy Fat Jew over in the corner, who is banned, by the way, from Amari Stoudemire's Instagram because
what happened?
He's been commenting too much on his hot yoga pictures and stuff, and his trip to
What
Israel.
exactly did he say?
He just was not feeling that.
Oh,
He hates you?
hates me.
Why?
Because, it's like pictures of him in Israel eating soy noodles. And I'm like,
And you yell at him?
yeah, I'm basically like you're wasting Carmelo Anthony's prime with your max contract. We could have had Kevin Love and you're out there eating avocados, doing yoga.
It is true. Stoudemire is the most disappointing athlete.
That guy's the worst.
Yeah. Him and A-Rod, there's a lot of disappointment and failure in New York
Excited
City.
about Tim Hardaway Jr., though. I remember being here with you in February watching the Michigan games, and now we get to see Tim Hardaway Jr. in New York, and we get to see his dad rooting for the Knicks, which I think is poetic
Seriously
justice.
excited about Tim Hardaway Jr.
Why not for the 22nd pick or the 23rd pick in the
Well,
draft?
listen, his
Come on, why not?
father's going
overrated.
to have to come to games in New York. A lot of gay people here. His father's not going to like that. Too many gay people in New York.
forgot about that.
I mean, it's one of the most blatant anti-gay statements ever. Didn't Tim Hardaway just said, "I hate gay people." There wasn't a gray area. There wasn't anything. So maybe his son, is a little more enlightened. But I don't know.
They got a little better. They got a little younger. They got rid of Kurt Thomas and Camby and Rasheed Wallace, and they got a little younger and a little faster on the perimeter. But they're still going to be so average and
What about
bounce
Jay-Z?
in the second round.
Don't you think Jay-Z might want Cano to stay in New York? He's a New York guy. Now he's his manager.
I love how that makes you laugh. Just the idea of Jay-Z, the sports agent.
What's going on with that?
Makes sense, I guess. Why not?
Why does it make sense?
Because look, these guys have, he partnered with CAA, which is a big deal, and so he'll have, real sports agents who handle their stuff, and then he can get them on the cover of video games and cover of magazines.
I guess it would have been nice to see him stick it out with the Brooklyn Nets, though. Like maybe until they got a ring or something. Like really.
But as a Knicks fan, you're rooting for Brooklyn, Artie?
No, I'm saying it would have been nice to see him stay loyal to that project. It was clearly a project.
The Brooklyn Nets are a Ferrari, so why not give the keys to a Ferrari to a guy who just got convicted of a DUI? So why not have Jason Kidd be their coach? It makes sense.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. You're right. You don't think Kidd will be a good coach?
I don't think so. I don't think you can just show up and be a head coach in the NBA.
I agree.
You got to pay your dues on the sidelines. You got to be an assistant for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Is he going to scream on Paul Pierce when those guys have had battles the last couple of years? And
That's true.
I don't understand that hire for them. It doesn't make sense for this team they have.
What about the Bulls though? The Chicago Bulls with Derrick Rose coming back.
Gotta love when Derrick Rose is asked who's the best player in the NBA. He says Derrick Rose.
Well, listen, man. What else is he gonna say?
They lose Nate Robinson. Cirque du Soleil Nate. He goes off to Denver or wherever he is. And
but okay,
like Jimmy
the
Butler,
Bulls got
better.
Derrick Rose.
Brooklyn got better. Indiana's going to be better. They got Copeland from the Knicks, and they also signed
that's something else because the Pacers should have beat them this year.
And Luis Scola they got, and they got they got Danny Granger coming back from injury.
They're scary
The Pacers
as hell.
are legit.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to be no joke. So the Knicks are looking at 48 wins, and they're going to be the 5th seed and losing the first round.
Like if you
welcome
say
to my life.
if you say the Heat don't make it this year, you think the Pacers are the most legitimate team?
Pacers have a shot. You got to look in the West still. If Kevin Durant and healthy Russell Westbrook are going to be okay.
That's
in
right.
Oklahoma.
Westbrook will be back.
I really like this Golden State team, man. With Iguodala they add in the mix and a Harrison Barnes.
They're
in the second
exciting. They're
year.
fun to watch.
Yeah, it's just a lot of good teams in the NBA.
And the Lakers are done.
In the toilet.
Yeah.
I wish you'd come out to LA and you could just hear these people talk about Steve Nash, who's going to be 40 this year, by the way.
I know.
And
well, you don't mess with the Lakers. That's the one thing out there I couldn't stand. When I lived out there, I went to a couple Laker games. It's such a different experience than a Knick game.
you got there in the middle of the second quarter.
Well, no, I got there. Unfortunately, the times I went, I thought I was in New York. I got there early. I stayed. It was awful. I went to a couple of Knick games. I saw them play the Jordan, Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls once, and that was a blast. And then I saw him play the Knicks one time.
Yeah.
I stayed the whole time.
Chris Childs punched Kobe Bryant in the face, so you got to give Chris Childs
I like that.
some applause for that one.
But so how does the A-Rod thing end? What's going to happen? Like, can he take this all the way to the federal?
Yeah,
he
he's
take
going
it
to ride it out.
Court, yeah.
And you know what? And you know what's so messed up about is Bud Selig and Major League Baseball. These guys are so unorganized and they're such a mess that he's kind of in the right. And as scummy and as wrong as he is,
Well, he's got every right to do this.
Show up and just suspend him for 211 games.
He's got every right to do it, sure.
Right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're probably going to go, he's got appealing in. It's going to go through November and December, and then he'll probably get 50 games, and he's going to be 39 next year. So it's not like he's in the prime of his career.
Can you think he'll last long enough to beat Aaron's record?
I don't think he'll beat Aaron. He's going to beat Willie Mays, which is sad.
That sucks.
Which really sucks.
It does suck.
He
I
just
love Willie
He
Mays.
just passed Stan Musial over the weekend, and my father was losing it in
sure.
the house. I was furious. Father came in on Sunday. He just passed Stan Musial.
For homers or hits?
For home runs.
Home runs.
Yeah. For home runs.
How far is he away from 3,000 hits, right? He's got to be close to 3,000 hits, too.
Yeah, he's got to be close, and 3,000 chicks as well.
Yeah,
He's
more
doing
than
well.
that.
So I wonder how it's going to affect the dating life.
He
for
does
him.
look like, you're right, that's true. He looks like a wax figure.
He looks almost like a younger version of that wax figure that's over there. I don't know. He just looks like he's made of clay.
That's me. That's my Newt Gingrich float.
That's you.
Yeah.
That looks like a weird mix of you and Mike. Like
True.
fused together in some weird.
That
wasn't here last time.
No, that's from the Mardi
new
Gras.
edition,
That's
yeah.
that's from the when we went to the
How
Super
was the
Bowl.
Super Bowl? You got a sweatshirt and you got a wax figure.
Lake Pontchartrain. I got a $92 NFL experience shirt. One of these. This looks like I was on a dental convention down there. It's disgusting. I've got to take a break. Come back. Ben Lyons is here talking everything, and we'll be back after these words.